Good afternoon. Want to talk about some tropical fruit trees that are not a fan of the Central Valley's summer days. These tropical fruit trees, they require additional considerations. So when you look at the Central Valley, okay, home to like about 6.5 million people. The temperature this week, and for the most part, for basically the duration of summer, it was actually kind of on par with Death Valley, where I don't know what the population is, but I would imagine it's next to zero. But yeah, I mean, our weather or the hot days anyway is you talking maybe 5-10 degrees difference during the hottest times of the day. Um, but yet, wherever we grow a lot of the tropical fruit trees here, um, like the mango, Coriander mangoes. If you come here, I mean, there's more. These trees, the longans, these trees absolutely can take the heat without any issues. Like, not only taking the heat, they're also producing at the same time. Yeah, these guys don't care about. They don't really care about the heat. I mean, I would imagine these guys probably would do okay in Death Valley region, which is the world's hottest place, record breaker. But these tropical fruit trees that I want to talk about today, you kind of want to maybe create a intense microclimate for them. We're talking like morning sun, and then after like 11 o'clock or so, complete either full shade or filtered shade after that. Otherwise, they will get burnt. Now, that's for a mature tree. For a young tree, you are gonna wanna maybe provide some shade cloth. And in fact, that's actually what I did with a lot of my super sun sensitive tropicals from the very beginning when they were young. So if you come here, I wanted to show you what this does, what the Central Valley sun does to tropical fruit trees that are just not used to them. All right, so I've got two examples for you right here. Grown from seeds, okay? They're about a year old. Store apple, Kaimito. Both of these were actually my emotional support plants in my office. So they've been cooped up in my office for the past year and a half under the controlled climate under a grow light. But as soon as I put them here, morning sun, basically full shade afterwards, they are still going to get sunburned just because they're all of a sudden they're just getting all these intense rays even in the morning. Yeah, this is what the intense sun does to some of the older leaves. Yeah, look at that. Now, notice I said older leaves. The reason why I'm leaving them here, they've been here for about 2 weeks now, is I want the young leaves to be able to take the summer sun. These, I'm hoping, will adapt. Yeah, look at the Manila mango here. Yeah, this guy looks like crap. Yeah, again, filtered sun in the afternoon. If you compare that to these two guys here, night and day. He's actually about 6 months younger than this guy here. But both of these were grown in full shade. Yeah, look at that. So when they are young, yeah, they definitely would appreciate some sun protection. Yeah, night and day. So that being out of the way, let's talk about the first tropical fruit tree that you're gonna wanna provide it with some sun assistance. First one being that guy back there. Don't know if you can see it from that angle, but well, actually, Maybe this is a better angle if you come here. Look at them. One of the best tasting fruits, the cherimoya. Most annonas, I've noticed, just do not handle the Central Valley sun well. There are exceptions. The exceptions being etamoyas, sugar apples. But beyond that, pawpaws, cherimoyas, custard apples, I find that those don't handle Central Valley's direct sun too well. If you look at the foliage on those branches there, that's what it does to them. I mean, we're talking, 110 plus degrees for multiple days. It just really sizzles the foliage. So, yeah. So that's the cherimoya, the first one. So let's take you to the back. I've got several examples. Not quite the backyard, it's more the alleyway. Most sapotes, including this mamey sapote, just can't really handle that much sun. In fact, even though it's protected by my property and neighbor's property, where it only gets a couple of hours of direct sun in the 10 o'clock or so range. Yeah, I mean, when we had that heat wave, look at it. This is what happened to the new grove. Yeah, yeah, these guys, sapotes, they just really require a lot of shade protection. So sapote, and when I say sapote, including like Cephodilla, I mean that group of family. So actually, if you come here, I wanted to show you another tree, like a big guy. This guy right here, tall guy, wax bamboo. They can't handle that much sun. So in the very beginning, actually not very beginning, just earlier this year, I want to say maybe May or June. This guy, I had him in full sun, and as it made a comeback from winter, the new groves were just being sizzled left and right. And again, that was right before we went into summer. So that being the case, of course, I immediately moved him here, where it is just like the mamey sapote, getting a few hours of direct sun and mostly shade. And of course, as you can see, that being the case, it is happy. It is very, very happy. Yeah, look at him. This is what it should look like when it's happy. The foliage should be nice and deep green like that. So wax bamboo. In fact, if you come here, I've got a, well, I will say if you come here, there's one caveat with the wax bamboo. If you come here, it has been my experience that the sun issue with the wax bamboos mostly only applies to grafted units or air-layered units. A lot of the wax bamboos are air-layered. The ones that are grown from seed, such as this guy right here, they are mostly okay with respect to sun exposure. Yeah, this guy, granted, he's in a really good location. I mean, it is fully shade right now. But I've got another one that's planted around the same time, and it gets a lot of sun. And it too is okay when grown from seed. Yeah, this guy was grown from seed. No issues with the sun. Yeah, the wax bamboos, it's been my recommendation. It's my recommendation if you can just grow them from seed. They do so much better. They acclimate so much better here in the Central Valley. So the other tree, okay, back here. Like, look at him. Not a fan of the sun. This is what happens. And he is relatively shaded thanks to the Taiwanese guava here, along with the kaffir lime. And yet, this is what happens. Gumachema, it just cannot handle sun. and he's going about 5 years old. Yeah, you'll see it, but most slower growing trees, tropical fruit trees, they are really meant to be understory trees where they would prefer the protection of larger canopy trees. Another, well, related to the Mesa Potae up there, Alano Cepidella, Sam family. Yeah, this guy just cannot handle the sun, direct sun. Hence, that's why I've got him back here, heavily protected by nearby trees. Even then, every once in a while, when there's an extreme heat, when the sun is shining on a certain section of the foliage, I do see some sun damage. So, yeah, Alano Cepidella. Also one of the slower growing trees. You're talking, well, I want to say this guy is going 6 years old. But, yeah. Alrighty, so let's go down the list. So while on the topic of sapotes, actually, if you stand right there, I want to show you a tree that's hidden way back here for a reason. Right here. I don't know if you can see it from that angle. But that is a green sapote. Actually, let me see if I can get closer for you. It is just so nestled back here that it is heavily shaded. Look at them. Green sapote. Yeah, I don't know. These guys just cannot take the Central Valley sun, which is why he's mostly shaded. I mean, that's going to be as close to a Mamey sapote as you can get if you want to put a sapote in the ground that is, again, very close to the Mamey. So, yeah, I don't know what it is about the Sapodilla / sapote families, but they cannot handle the Central Valley sun. Alrighty, so if you come here, we got another tree for you. A yellow mangosteen. Admittedly, he's a bit chlorotic, but this is what's known as a gamboge, part of the mangosteen family. But yeah, no, he just cannot handle the sun, which is why he's back here. Otherwise, he's going to get sizzled left and right. Now, next to him is a miracle fruit tree. He too, yeah, you are going to want to shade him as much as you possible. Yeah, this is what happens in extreme heat when there's direct sun shining on him. Oh yeah, not a pretty sight. So let's continue on the mangosteen family. I've got another one here, which you come here, follow me a bit. Great example. Achacha. Awesome looking tree, okay? Part of the mangosteen family. But yeah, this is what happens when it is in direct sun for too long. Yeah. Again, notice I've got him mostly back here too, but I mean, occasionally, I mean, parts of the foliage will get full sun. I mean, right now it's in filter shade, obviously, but yeah, the mangosteen family of trees, they thrive in a humid, filtered sun environment. So going back to sapote, why sapote? Yeah, these guys even mature. He's going 6 years old, loaded with flowers and fruit, cannot handle the sun. That's just unfortunately that's just the way it is. Even with the heavy protection I've got here, once the sun gets over the fence, it just gets burnt. Now I can definitely just provide some shade to him, but he looks to be okay. He's not like stressing out, so that's why I'm leaving him the way he is. So last sets of tropical fruit trees that it's been my experience that you want to provide some shade protection. Lychees. Yeah, these guys just unfortunately absolutely cannot handle the Central Valley sun. These guys required a lot of protection. Uh, Again, one of the slowest growing tropical fruit trees. He's a Brewster. Got another one over here. This is the slightly larger guy. Yeah, look at him. Kamana lychee. Full shade. This is what lychees want in the Central Valley. It's just complete shade, basically. Some filter sun in here and there, but mostly shade. So yeah, it unfortunately all boils down to microclimate protection. A lot of people think about, well, a lot of people associate microclimate to winter, but summer is equally harsh. So if you can provide them with your trees with some shade protection, they are going to love you. So, all right, have a good afternoon.